When you got nothing better to do, it's time to get hanging with the hers.
Hey guys, okay, so I am going to be undressing and washing for the first time my wound, and they say to just wash it with soap and water, and obviously we don't have running water in the RV, so I'm having to use boiled water in a bowl. So this is going to be interesting. I haven't opened it since last night, so of course I'm a little bit nervous about it. I'm going to get all my stuff out that I'm going to need. After I have washed, cleaned it. And of course Ben's in bed right now because he was so nice and let me sleep in his bed last night so I could keep my arm elevated. So he actually stayed up all night. So he is now in bed sleeping. So I'm on my own to do this. It's all good. So I got my little soap. Okay. It's the first time seeing this since last night, so you're witnessing it. Ow. Okay, it is a little bit tender. More than a little bit tender. Hey, it doesn't look so bad. Can you see it? Can you see the stitches? I don't know if it's focused in or not, but can you see that? Looks much better than it did last night when it was first cut, because last night this whole area up here was turning black, so that's not cool. But can you see the stitches? Pretty cool, huh? Ouch though. Alright. Oh, actually that kind of hurts. That in the water kind of hurts, so I'm just sort of swirling it around a little bit just to get some movement into it. That was really funny because last night the gentleman who took us down to the hospital, he's our next lot neighbor, and he's a retired pathologist, and he was so concerned because it was really turning black. So he was saying that, you know, I could end up, the whole tip of it end up losing it. And so all the way in the car last night I was going like this. Like he was driving like 85, 90 miles an hour down the freeway to rush me to the hospital, right? And so I'm going like this all the way down that. So I'm like, pump the blood, keep it alive, keep it alive. But you could kind of see where it's sort of discolored around there. And that's where one side, I don't know if you can see that, if it zooms in or not, but one side there is where they put the injection, and then they did it over here too on this side. I don't know if you can see that. This one's more of a little prick than this one. You can actually see where it goes down, but alright. Okay, let's get this washed. Yeah, I've still got my hospital bracelet on. I haven't taken that off yet. That will probably come off later today. It's kind of weird feeling because it's numb at the top. Still kind of like weird numbness. Clean up some of the excess blood that was around here that the nurse wasn't able to get off last night. She said there's some under my nail bed, but under my nails, but she said she couldn't get that off, and I'm not going to worry about that right now either. That will eventually come off. So. I think that's all I had to do. I'm not sure. I hope that's good enough. The soap is off. Winston, wake up! You're having a bad dream, sweetheart. Okay. And can you see what I'm doing? Don't get too much into this. I'm trying to just air dry this more than I am. And I'm wanting to dry it with this. It's weird because it's like it's all down, all here is like all pins and needles, like it's weird feeling. So dumb. I'm so mad at myself for having done that. I was opening a can of dog food for Winston. So I told my husband, I said, well, that's karmic retribution for you for being a vegan and having done giving your dog meat, so maybe he's going to be going vegan after this. Poor Winston. I'll make him suffer for it. But yeah, I was opening a can of dog food and so stupid. Just, I don't even really know, to be honest, how it happened, but all I will tell you, and I'll be quite graphic here, is that the can, when it cut into me, it cut in like my skin was soft butter. Now that's pretty gross. And actually, to be honest with you, there was no pain. It was just more like of a shock. Okay, I'm really gently trying to, so I don't want to leave much, I don't want to leave any cotton on that, but yes, it was more of a shock than anything. And then just the blood, and it was like there was just, the blood would not stop. That was, at that point, that was the big concern, because the blood just was not stopping, and it was just going, it was just going and going and going. And I was doing, I was putting pressure on it, and I was but okay, there it is, it's clean. So now I'm going to put that Bactrin ointment on it, and then I'm going to put the band-aids back on again. So anyways, but yeah, so I was putting the pressure, it just would not stop. The blood was just gushing out of it. So finally I was like, I was starting to panic, and Ben's on a business call, and it's like, honey, you might need to get off this call. I'm kind of bleeding to death here. Anyway, so he's on this call, on a business call no less, and I'm bleeding, like I'm just dying over here. The blood's just going everywhere. And so finally I was just like, okay, this is not going to stop. And I just had like like toilet paper just pressed on here, and I just got the pressure on here. Finally I was like, oh yeah, you know what, maybe I should just put it up in the air. Isn't that what you're supposed to do with a wound like that? Keep it up in the air. So I put it up in the air, and I just kept the pressure on, and then it stopped bleeding. And I thought, okay, well that's gonna be fine. It's nasty looking and everything. Gotta get pictures of this, right? And so then I'm like watching it, and it's like it's starting to hurt. But it's not too bad. Like honestly, the pain was not too bad. And then it was about an hour or so later, and it just, like the tip, like I said, the tip was turning black. And that's when it was like, this is not good. And that's when the pain just shot through me, and I just started shaking. Like I was shivering, I was freezing cold, and I just, like Ben said, you're acting like your whole body's gone into shock. And I guess there's a term, this doctor was telling me, that the next door neighbor, he said there's a term for that. And he says basically part of it's adrenaline, but I guess it's like your body has like a rush or something. I didn't quite understand what he was saying, because I was kind of out of it when he was telling me this last night. But I was shaking, I was freezing cold, I had a blanket wrapped around me, and I was just like shaking and shivering, and yeah, it wasn't very good. So anyway, I got rushed to the hospital, and literally rushed, because this guy was gunning it down the freeway. And luckily we found a medical center, emergency medical center, which I guess is a satellite from the a satellite part of the hospital, and not the actual hospital. I mean, it is a hospital, but it's like a smaller hospital that's just been open for 2 months. So it was awesome. It was, no one was there, so I got in right away. I didn't have to sit around and wait at all. The doctor came in almost immediately. In fact, I thought she was a nurse, because she's the way she was standing there, and then she's like introduces herself, and she's a doctor. So on the official paperwork the official paperwork, it says that my diagnosis were open wound of finger and high blood pressure, because my blood pressure was severely high to the point that they were worried I was going to have a stroke. Yep, she says, you know, you can have a stroke. It's like, yeah, I know. So she's got me, I've got to take medicine now. And, yeah. But yeah, so that's my official diagnosis, is open wound of the finger and high blood pressure. And I didn't go in there for the high blood pressure. Interesting, hey? Okay, so let's do this part now. This is about as much as what the nurse put on me last night, so I know it looks like a lot, but I guess it's needed. Okay. Okay, that's a nice, lovely layer. Isn't that a lovely layer? Can you please not jump so I can... Thank you. I'm trying to get herself into the window. Man, this is a sticky band-aid. Okay. Okie dokie. And then just one more and we're done. And then I gotta do this again this evening. Oh, fun, fun, fun. Okay, there we go. I'm all done. My finger's all taken care of for the day. Alright guys, that's about it for right now. I don't know if anything else is going to happen today. Let's keep our fingers crossed it's not going to involve anything like a visit to a hospital, because that would just totally suck. Anyway guys, we love you, and yeah, that was something else I wanted to say. We wanted to film her doing the sutures last night, but she said that she wouldn't have a problem with it, but the hospital would have a complete conniption fit if we had videotaped it. So we were not able to get the footage of the video of her suturing, which really sucked, because I kind of wanted to see it. I was trying to peek as much as I could, because I was lying down. So it was kind of cool. She did a good job. I was completely numb. Like I said, they put the injection in from here and here, here and here, and I guess there's a block. It blocks the pain going up here, because she said if we were to inject up at the tip, she said it's severely painful. I'm like, yeah, hello, duh. I have to poke my finger to test my blood. I know how painful that is. And you want to put an injection in there. So anyway, so they have to go in through this side here and through that side there. That's why I've got the wounds here, like the little scratches and the poke, like I showed you, because it blocks. It actually puts a block in. So apparently she used a lot, because Ben was watching it, and it just filled the whole finger up. And by the time she started to clean my wound up, because she had to reopen it and clean it up and like scrub it out and everything, I didn't feel anything. I was completely numbed up. It was actually kind of cool. And then she goes, I guess she pokes me with the needle, and she goes, okay, so are you good? Do you feel that? I'm like, feel what? I don't feel anything. So I guess it was working. So she stitched it up and it was all good. And I looked at it a couple of times, and she was doing a really good job. A really nice doctor, John C. Lincoln Hospital, in Deer Valley, off the I-17. Really nice. It's only been open for 2 months, and the facilities are fabulous, absolutely fabulous. Really clean and just really good. I have nothing but good things to say about it. And also Dr. Hamilton, she was my doctor last night, and a fantastic doctor, lovely lady. But yeah, she said that she wouldn't mind being videotaped, but unfortunately the hospital would have a fit if we had videotaped it. So that's why we did not tape the actual procedure of her stitching me up, even though we wanted to. So sorry guys, but you did get some photos from the before, and then you've seen my finger now. Alright, so that's about it. Love you, and we will talk to you later. Bye!
Now don't you forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it all with your friends. Till next time, hanging with the herds.